Hello class, this is Team 2 and our final project is about stress and conflict management in a diverse work environment. Here is our agenda for the presentation and we will start with the project introduction.
The aim of the project is to study and understand the different phases of stress management and conflict management. Problem statement is to understand how stress management techniques can eliminate conflict in the workplace. Next slide, please. The objectives for the cases are, for the case study 1, we are going to study common factors that cause stress, evaluate reasons for stress and options for stress reduction. For case study 2, we're going to evaluate how the organization deals with a diverse workforce and study diversity-based conflicts in the workplace. And for case study 3, we are going to understand the effects and consequences of conflict and stress on employees and learn about ways to mitigate feelings of discouragement due to conflict and stress. Next slide, please. The company name is confidential. It is a globally recognized media and entertainment company founded in 1923 and located in California, USA. The company specializes in innovative storytelling through advanced technologies, products, media, and experiences. Next slide, please. The data was collected through employees' survey and interviews. Next slide, please.
For case study 1, we're going to go over 3 objectives. The first objective is studying common factors that cause stress among diverse employees. The second objective is evaluating work environment stress conditions among diverse employees. Objective 3 is options for stress reduction of employees in a diverse workplace. And then we're going to go over some recommendations. The first objective we will cover is studying common stress factors of a diverse workplace. From the data collected through the surveys, it's clear that stress caused by work expectations from leadership is the most common stressor, with 84% of respondents at least somewhat agreeing to that statement. The least common stressor affecting employees is stress from coworkers, with 0 respondents agreeing that coworkers cause them stress. The second objective is evaluating possible stressors within the employee's immediate work environment. According to the survey, 100% of respondents feel comfortable speaking with their coworkers about their stress, while 75% of respondents feel comfortable speaking with their leaders about their stress. From this information and what was studied in the first objective, employees are less likely to speak to their leaders about stress they may feel from work overload that they're required to handle, but will readily seek out coworkers to talk about their stress. This could be true because of the support they feel from coworkers, which can promote a positive work environment. The last objective is options for stress reduction. From the data collected in the survey, the most used option for stress reduction is different outlets or activities at 92%. Only 67% of people are aware of company-provided resources. This could be low because of a lack of acknowledgement of resources to employees by their leadership or human resources. 92% of respondents feel that stress affects their overall mental health, and 84% of them can manage stressful situations properly. Recommendations for both short-term and long-term relief are the following. For short-term relief, guided imagery, meditation, focusing on breathing, hugs, and aromatherapy are very effective. While in the long term, a balanced diet, yoga, gratitude, positive self-talk, and exercise are effective.
For case study 2, our objectives are evaluate how the organization deals with a diverse workforce and study possible causes of diversity-based conflicts in the workplace. Next slide, please. The first 6 survey questions are concerned with the organization attitude towards diversity at work and what measures were taken to help employees with different backgrounds. 33% of the respondents don't think that people of color or different backgrounds are respected at work. And 17% of the employees think that the organization is not doing enough to promote diversity. Moreover, almost 50% of the employees surveyed think that the organization does not have a clear goal of its diversity plans, which reflects poorly on the company image. The following 3 questions, employees were asked about how they are treated in the organization, how they feel about sharing their cultural experience and background information, and if there are any rules set to protect them from racial, ethnic, homophobic, and gender-based jokes. About 85% of the employees think they are not treated fairly within the organization, no matter their circumstances, while 26% of the employees said that the organization is not serious about preventing inappropriate jokes about race, ethnicity, homophobia, and gender, which can be fuel for diversity-based conflicts. Finally, 33% are not comfortable talking about their background with their coworkers. Next slide, please.
Objective 2 is to study possible causes of diversity-based conflicts in the workplace. The respondents answered questions about topics that might cause issues at the workplace if not handled properly. First, we asked if they feel included and respected at their work, and only 83% agreed. Next, they were asked if they knew how and where to report harassment or discrimination, and only 75% answered yes. 50% of the organization were afraid of negative consequences if they voiced their opposite opinions. The final three questions were how they felt about promotions and compensations. 59% of the people we surveyed with diverse backgrounds felt their compensation is not fair compared to similar roles in the company. Another 75% felt that promotion decisions are not done fairly and given to the right people. Finally, 76% think that the employees of different backgrounds are not encouraged to apply for higher positions. Next slide, please. The recommendations are to have inclusive culture at work, train the organization leadership, empower team leaders, and to have a set of standard procedure. Next slide, please.
Most organizations work in teams or groups to improve efficiency and generate innovative ideas. The size of the team varies depending on the project. However, having more members in the team means that the team is more likely to face conflicts, especially in a diverse work environment. With that being said, the objective of Case 3 is to examine how poor stress management plays a major role in creating conflicts. And after finding the root cause of the problem, we explored ways to help mitigate feelings of discouragement due to conflict and stress. Next slide, please. As mentioned earlier, there are many reasons why conflicts may arise in the work environment. However, after conducting interviews with employees, it was discovered that most employees feel blamed, pressured, and overworked. While stress could not be the main reason why a conflict may arise, but it does cause a difficulty engaging a higher level thinking in order to resolve issues and conflicts. Another factor is that stress actually prevents employees from performing their best, which can also affect their ability to have control over their actions and maintain their temper in case of a conflict. Poor communication is also one of the reasons why employees might get into a conflict, since poor communication can create uncertainty that leads to stress and conflict, which can lead to poor performance and lack of teamwork. Next slide, please.
As stressed in Objective 1, that stress interferes with the ability to resolve conflict. For Objective 2, we learned about the ways to mitigate feelings of discouragement due to conflict and stress combined. Since stress can lead to conflict, and also conflict can increase stress level. Negative consequences from both stress and conflict can cause discouragement at work, lack of motivation, and when there's a lot of conflict, it can lead to workers' underproductivity. So it is important to learn how to keep one's stress under control. Next are some of the recommendations we have highlighted to mitigate these feelings. Next slide.
A few recommendations for mitigating feelings of discouragement and the combination of stress and conflict include practicing self-reflection through journaling, writing things down in order to understand what the root causes of the stress are, asking for help when needed, and being open to change and inclusivity at work. Next slide, please. In conclusion, Case 1 shows that stress is very common among employees and can be detrimental for one's well-being, but it can be eased by various coping outlets and resources. Case 2 shows that conflict can be caused by stress and outside factors, but can be eased through practicing inclusivity at work and understanding the unique work environment and one's team members. Lastly, Case 3 shows that the combination of stress and conflict can lead to lack of motivation and poor performance in one's job. Staying headstrong and holding a positive mindset are great habits to practice when diminishing feelings that rise as a result of combination of stress and conflict. Thank you.